necesitas, solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo, la luna yo te bajaré, mi corazón te lo daré, conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. Will bring you the sports moments of your life, and I am Benny Kuji. Today we have an interesting topic to discuss, and I will want you to put yourself in these shoes. I want you to imagine yourself in this player's shoes, because this player is what we are going to discuss today. Imagine you're a player playing for a club, and you are the highest paid player in that club, and you have 2 years contract, your 2 years contract remaining. Then all of a sudden your coach tells you that you are surplus to requirement. You are not needed in that club again. Don't forget, you are the highest paid player in this particular squad. Now, what will you do? They ask you to leave, and there are no clubs coming for you. What will you do? This is what we'll be discussing. Why you crack your brain on that? Let us bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. Ahead of the crucial World Cup qualifying fixtures between the Super Eagles and the Bafana of South Africa next week, the Free State Stadium located in Bloemfontein has been cleared to host the clash by the governing bodies FIFA and CAF. There has been uncertainty over venue. There has been uncertainty over which venue would host Bafana World Cup qualifying matches at home, after concern have been raised about the unsatisfactory pitch condition at the Free State Stadium. However, a joint statement from FIFA and CAF eventually gave the arena the green light to stage the match, following further inspection by officials from both governing bodies. Following the development, Lesotho will host fellow South African neighbors at the venue on Friday, September 5th, as they have no FIFA standard approved stadium in their country. After the clash, Bafana will then welcome Nigeria to the venue for the win or bust match day 8 encounter on September 9th. South Africa currently tops the group standing with 13 points from 6 matches played in the race to secure qualification for the 2026 Mundial in USA, Mexico, and Canada. As for Eric Schell's Eagles, they are 4th position on 7 points, 1 point behind Rwanda and Benin Republic, who both occupy 2nd and 3rd spot respectively. Nigeria need to claim the maximum 6 points from both fixtures against Rwanda and South Africa in a bid to revive their faint hopes of reaching a 7th FIFA World Cup tournament in history. Team Lagos is on course for a remarkable win at the ongoing 9th National Youth Games in Asaba Delta State as the competition hits the home stretch. At the end of day 6, which is yesterday, Team Lagos amassed 69 medals comprising 35 gold, 18 silver and 16 bronze, ahead of chasing Team Edo and host Team Delta. Edo currently sits in second place with 46 medals comprising 23 gold, 9 silver and 14 bronze, while Team Delta are on 51 medals, that is 14 gold, 17 silver and 20 bronze to complete the top 3. With 3 days of action left, Team Lagos will hope to fend off competition from challengers Team Edo and the perennial winner of the National Youth Games, Team Delta. And back to our topic of discussion. Chelsea highest earning player Raheem Sterling finds himself in footballing limbo after failing to secure a transfer in the summer window, joining Axel Disasi and David Detro Fofana. The trio are the last remnant of the Chelsea exile squad, a group largely cleared out this summer. Previously, it includes players like Leslie Ogochukwu, Kani Chukwuemeka and Ben Chilwell. Despite his heavy paycheck, Sterling is unwanted by Enzo Maresca and kept separate from the first team. The isolation is striking. Sterling and others are forced to use separate facilities, including toilet and changing rooms, and even eat apart from the main squad. The treatment raises questions about their welfare regardless of their salary. The exiled faced by Sterling and others is typically reserved for disciplinary breaches. While overseas market remains open, Sterling's stance is unwavering. His focus is on staying in England, preferably in London, where he had hoped to secure a switch before deadline day. Chelsea explored possible exit for him, but no deal materialized. Sterling, who has 2 years left on a £325,000 a week deal, expressed his preference was to remain in London. Despite being exiled, so I ask, is this Chelsea's approach justified? That is the question I'm asking today. Sterling has decided not to leave, and he is the highest paid player in Chelsea right now. Now, what they are doing to Sterling, he doesn't train with the squad. Even toilet, he doesn't use with the squad. He's separated. Even eating, he is not allowed to associate with the club, with the first team of Chelsea. And I'm asking, is this justified? Or can you say this treatment given to Raheem Sterling is okay, despite the fact that Chelsea had told him long that he is surplus to requirement? What is your take on that? You can call us on our studio lines on 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464, and let's have your take on Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling is I don't know how to say it. He's comfortable. Let me put it that way. He's comfortable with the amount of money he's being paid at Chelsea, £325,000 a week. That is almost 616 million naira every week. That's what he's being paid. And Chelsea told him to leave. He refused leaving. Now he's there at Chelsea, and what is happening to Raheem Sterling now, I don't wish it to happen to any footballer. Imagine you, a player of his status, and you cannot even meet with the face-to-face with the first team players. Everything you've been condemned to, let's say he's been condemned to the feeders. Not even the feeder, the under 21s. That's where he has been condemned to. He cannot train with anybody. He's just on his own. if you are such a player, because of the money, will you stay, or for football you will want to go to somewhere else? That is the question. Call us on our studio lines. The studio lines once again is 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. You can also be a part of the show when you comment on our Facebook handle. Our Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and I'll be here to read your message live. You just keep calling. It's like the call is, maybe the network is, I don't understand, but keep calling. You eventually go through. Now let's break it down. Sterling is 30 years old. If you've been following him, he used to be a player from Manchester City when Chelsea bought him over. Chelsea bought him over from Manchester City, and maybe Chelsea used him, and the changes in the coaches in Chelsea, somehow Enzo Maresca came around and said he doesn't fit his play, and then they eventually loaned him out to Arsenal. In Arsenal, I don't know what happened in Arsenal. He was not able to break into that Arsenal squad. And after everything, the season ended and he was shipped back to Chelsea. Now, it was not just him that was involved in all of this. There were a lot of them, and some of them were eventually sold. Then, after everything, he came back. Chelsea told him that we don't want to use you. We don't have anything to do with you again. Okay, pack your load and go. Teams came especially from the Saudi and the Saudi leagues. They came knocking. Raheem Sterling said, "I ain't going nowhere. I am playing in England," and he said he wants to break into that English team for the World Cup. How can you break into a team where you're not getting game time? That is the problem. He said he wants to break into that English team and play the World Cup. And then Chelsea asked him to go. He said he's not going nowhere. That it's either he stays he's going to stay in England. I think Fulham eventually came, but maybe they saw his unseriousness, and Fulham, I don't know if they saw his unseriousness, but eventually they pulled out, and now he's left with Chelsea. He has 2 good years contract. It is the plan that if you're, let's put it this way, if you're Raheem Sterling, will you see your contract out, considering the fact that your payment is very, very okay? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling us from? No, I don't think this one is for us. It's not serious. So, Raheem Sterling wants to see his contract to the end. If you are Raheem Sterling, what would you do? A place where you are paid such lofty amount of money, would you rather leave it, or I think even going to Saudi Arabia, they pay very, very fine. So what is your take on this? Call us on our studio lines. The studio lines is 0903 sorry, I am just the 0909 just gone into my head. The number is 0808 427 5464. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, what is your name and where are you calling us from?
Good evening, Ben.
Yes, evening.
Kenneth calling from Air Force Base.
Okay, Kenneth, if you are in Raheem Sterling's shoes, what would you do?
Ben, let me first of all talk as a club. As a club, I think Chelsea already made their stance concerning Raheem Sterling very clear and known to him. Even before this season began. Starting from last season, when Enzo Maresca came in as Chelsea's boss.
Yes.
He made it very clear to him he didn't hide anything from him. He said, Oga, you are not in my plans. So look for a way. He was not able to look for any club to go to. Fortunate enough for him, my club, Arsenal, with Arteta, being that he was his coach at Man City, came in for him to give him a leeway to see how he can revamp his career, revive his career. Thank you, Peter. He went to Arsenal. What did he do? Nothing. You can imagine.
Why would you say nothing? Did he score goals at Arsenal?
He didn't do anything. Nothing.
He scored goal. He scored goal.
He did nothing. The only goals Raheem Sterling scored while at Arsenal was in the Carabao Cup.
Is that one not goal?
No meaning. Was of no meaning to Arsenal. Even in the Carabao Cup, he was not featured when Arsenal needed something serious from the matches they played in the Carabao Cup, having Raheem Sterling. I think Raheem Sterling on his own, he really does not want to help himself. Because if you are a player that you want to help yourself, when that leeway was given to him by Mikel Arteta with Arsenal, he should have seized it with both hands. He should have seized it with both hands, but he ended up failing Arsenal and Arteta woefully. The trust Arteta had in him and made him to bring him to Arsenal. He didn't show up. He didn't live up to that expectations and the trust. So for me, since he said he's not leaving, he just wants to remain there and earn that huge wages and run down his career. Then because you can't tell me you don't want to leave. You don't want to leave, and they've made their stance clear to you that you're not in our plans. You won't play any match. Oga, look for a club and go to. You say no, I'm not going anywhere.
So is it not a good?
He wants to remain on the bench.
Maybe he has turned it to a business. Maybe he's a good businessman.
Maybe he doesn't value his career as a footballer. He's just there for the box. That is just my thinking. He's just there for the box and not for his footballing career.
All right, thanks for that one.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're just joining us, this is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Makudi will bring you the sporting moments of your life. And I am Benny Kuji. Today we are talking about a Chelsea player whom Chelsea made their intentions known to him that he is not in their plans, and he said he is going nowhere. The player's name is Raheem Sterling. Fortunately, he is the highest paid player at Chelsea right now, and I am asking, if you were to be in Sterling's shoes, would you rather consider going to another club where you paid maybe something small, or seeing out your contract at Chelsea, and even when you are seeing your contract out, you have no hope of playing for Chelsea, and you are, let me use the word in quotes now, humiliated. In a way, you are humiliated, asked to go and play with the academy. You cannot even eat with the first team. You can't even use the toilet used by the first team. So what is your take on that? That is what we are asking. Call us on our studio line. Call us on 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464, and let's have your say. You can also comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. I'll read your comments here live. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Godfrey calling you from Government House.
Okay, Godfrey.
Sterling, I know that even in the Saudi Arabia that you are supposed to go, he knows very well that if you go there, you cannot even get what Chelsea is paying. And with the black mentality, he prefers staying there even without playing, so that he'll be getting that huge amount. But you now look at the security aspect of it, because if those people are doing such kind of a thing to you, you should know that even your life there is not even this thing secure. So I don't know why it's insisting to stay in Chelsea when they don't even need you. When they don't need you, try to find your own way now.
So if you are Godwin,
yeah?
if you are Raheem Sterling, tell me the truth. With that money, would you rather go to somewhere else, or you stay there and collect that money?
But now it's just to show you that, to prove to you that Chelsea doesn't need him. So for him forcing himself to be there, he doesn't even know the danger that is there. Because those people cannot even continue paying such amount when he's not even playing, he's not doing anything. They will continue losing that amount. His life is at stake. He doesn't know.
Okay. Godwin, thank you. Okay, thank you for that word. Okay, he said, what is Raheem Sterling should know is that his life is at stake, because you don't expect Chelsea to be paying such amount of money. I converted that money to Nigerian currency. That is almost 616 million naira a week, and you are not playing football. You are not doing anything. You can also be a part of the show. When you call us, let's hear your take on this. The studio line is 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464. You can also comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and I'll read your comments here live. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Ben.
Yes.
Kenneth calling back.
Okay, Kenneth.
You know, after talking to you, I've just been thinking about this Raheem Sterling's issue. You know, Raheem Sterling is trying to prove to us that he somehow have this kind of Nigerian blood in him. Yes.
What is the Nigerian blood?
you know, here in Nigeria we have this set of Nigerians that once anything concerning money is being mentioned, they are ready to do anything to have that money. So to him, he just wants to remain there and knowing very well that if Chelsea are tired of him and they have to terminate his contract, he will be paid off. He will be paid off. Because if you are a player and you seriously value your career, you can't tell me that a team has made it clear to you that you are not in our plans. Then you are insisting that I must play for you. Seriously, as a serious player and who values his career as a footballer, you look for clubs elsewhere. Better you go to clubs in America, or better still, go to Saudi Arabia, go to China.
Are we in the championship?
Thank you. Or even in the championship, League 1, League 2. If you really want to play in England, look for clubs in the championship, National League, and go to. You mustn't remain in a big club like Chelsea, where you are not needed, just to be earning their money. So he knows that, yes, if Chelsea are really tired of him, they will have to terminate his contract and pay him off, where he will earn huge amount of money. That is all he's waiting for.
All right, thanks for that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. If you're just joining us, this is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We bring you sports moments of your life, and I am Benjamin Kuji. We just go into the next segment. If I have just one call, I'll pick while I'm also handling the next segment. The next segment, we're taking a look at the fixtures and results so far. Right now we are on international break, and a lot of international matches already going on. And the Africans qualifiers for the World Cup, Ghana had already played with Chad. Ghana played, Chad hosts Ghana, and they played a 1-1 draw. Angola against Zambia right now is ongoing. It's 65 minutes. Angola 0, Libya 1. 72-minute Guinea versus Sierra Leone having that one 1-0. Also Madagascar hosting Central African Republic. Madagascar doing it against Central African Republic 2-0 on the 66th minute. Mauritius versus Cape Verde. Cape Verde is defeating Mauritius. Mauritius at home. They are defeating them 1-0, while South Tome and Principe versus Equatorial Guinea, they are playing a 2-all draw. Other matches that will come up today later: Algeria versus Botswana, Cameroon versus Eswatini, Mali versus Comoros, and Tunisia versus Liberia. Those are the ones that are currently ongoing. For tomorrow, I'll just take one or two that will take place tomorrow, so that we'll just go through them and see. Then we'll call the show a day. For tomorrow, the most important one for me here is South Africa. That will be hosting. That is, Lesotho will be hosting South Africa, although they are playing that match in South Africa. And also, let's see, Benin Republic versus Zimbabwe, Uganda versus Mozambique, Morocco versus Niger, and Senegal versus Sudan. Those are the World Cup qualifiers for tomorrow. And also, don't forget that Nigeria will be hosting Rwanda on Saturday. That match will be going on while we are doing the show, so we'll be giving you live update for that one. I think that is how far we can go for this show. For the show for today, I'll see you tomorrow on SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi. My name is Kuji Benjamin, saying God bless your heart. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.